Yo, so guys, back to channel 4, another reaction. We are taking a look at, I believe, a band first for the channel, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think we ever looked at this band before, but we're taking a look at Atreyu, probably one of the oldest metalcore bands, probably to date. I would say they're probably one of the pioneers of the whole old school metalcore sound, up there with Eyes I Lay Dying, up there with Kill Switch Engage kind of thing. So they've been around for quite some time, let me just say, decades even. So they're definitely one of the greats when it comes from back in the day as of metal. But I haven't really checked them out, you know, probably since then. You know, it's been decades probably since I've ever listened to them yet again. So, no, I know I've heard some of their songs, you know, some of the newer stuff. I'll have to go back and check out which ones I have heard. But they weren't really one of my bands to go and listen to on my own time, you know, when they came out on, like, my Pandora radio for back in the day. You know, they came out, and so I would listen to them. But other than that, I wouldn't go out of my way to check out some of the new stuff. I wouldn't stay up to date with any of their new stuff. But I know they're a popular band. I know they've been around tours, they've been around festivals. You know, they are one of those heavy-hitting mainstream bands out there. But I don't know, as of lately, I don't know what they've been doing. I don't know if they're gearing up for another album cycle, or rather. I don't know how many they released since last time I listened to them. I'm sure it's been many. But either way, but this one came up on my recommended, so I was like, you know what? Let me check it out. Let me see what you would know what I've been missing. Let me check out some old school bands that I used to listen to from back in the day, and let's see what the new hype's about. Let's see what their sound has changed. Let me see if they, you know, sound the same or similar to what I remember. Like I said, it's been quite some time, so I kind of forgot what they sound like. But I know that the original clean singer isn't in the band. I know they kind of did like a dual vocal kind of thing with the drummer kind of doing some of the cleans, as well as you know, the front man doing the screams, as well as some of the cleans. But I don't know if they I know somewhere along the line they did the band switch up. They did a lineup change that the lead singer wasn't really in the band anymore, and I think he got replaced. So I don't know if they did that again. I don't know if it's the same guy, but I don't know if the drum man even does the singing anymore. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. But like I said, if he does, I definitely know what his voice sounds like. So I'll definitely say like, oh, that's what I remember. But we're just gonna have to wait and see, ladies and gentlemen. But before we get started, be sure to comment on, appreciate it, and it will help me out. And if you like Atreyu as well, be sure to like on this video as well. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by, checking out some awesome videos. Just getting started on these heavy bangers, ladies and gentlemen. No time wasted. Let's get right into it. This is Atreyu's newest release track, I believe. I think this is one that came out about, at least the time of recording, at least 5 days ago. So they might have came out with some new stuff before then, or after this video gets posted. I don't know, but this is the latest one, at least that I saw on their. But this is the latest single, at least, that I saw. And it looks fairly intense from at least, you know, a thumbnail preview or some of the things. So it might get a heavy one. We might even get some sounds that I wouldn't even think that these guys would do lately. So maybe they did change the sound. Maybe they're doing a more hardcore, more punky kind of thing. A more heavy, you know, heavier metalcore kind of thing. I don't know. I'm just going to have to wait and see. But this is Atreyu's latest release track titled Dead. Ooh. Put those leads in. Bring that melodic vibe in. Okay. Kind of almost like pop punky. Oh! Okay, never mind. Oh man, it's almost like thrash metal almost. Oh yes, okay. Okay, it is the same singer, I think. But I think he's the frontman now? We got ZZ Top on the screams, though.
Life in a breath, the final chapter himself. Nothing more, nothing left. Another book on the shelf. Come on and dust. Come and rest.
Oh, man. The emotion. Oh, very interesting.
How would you feel if
Oh man! Boys! I'm already impressed! I'm already surprised! What is happening? This is not what I remember from back in the day. I mean, the singers I think the same, but... What's the ZZ Top guy, though? Man, the screams are insane! I don't remember them doing that kind of vibe.
After the fall,
Let's get it!
where would you be if I was dead?
Woo! Little solo piece! Oh yeah!
I feel like I'm dying.
Little classic melodic vibe.
Would you say if I faded into darkness?
Oh, let's get it!
How would you feel if I were to die tonight? How would you feel if I feel like I'm dying? What would you say if I faded into darkness? How would you feel if I were to die tonight? How would you feel if how would you feel if I was?
Oh, what is this? Oh, deathcore vibe? What? What was that? Boys, no. No. You can't do that to a man. You cannot do that to a man. You can't do that to me. You can't surprise me that much like that after not listening to you for decades, man. You can't do that. What was that? I was not expecting that. I have no words. Help me, please. What was that? What was that? I don't know what just happened. I have no idea what just happened because there's so much stuff that changed, so much stuff that happened that I was not expecting from these guys. And I just can't help it I just can't help it. I'm glad that I picked on this song. I'm glad that I chose myself. I'm glad that I was like, you know what, let's see what these guys are about. I haven't heard these guys in decades. I'm reminiscent from back in the day. It was like that old school melodic, metalcore, kind of punky kind of vibe that I'm remembering from these guys. But then they completely turned it on its head. They completely changed their sound. They got the kind of like, I thought they were doing like a little, pop punky, beat with the drums at the beginning of the track there, but no, they went full on thrash. They went full on thrash beats, old school kind of like melodic 80s metal kind of thing. And ZZ Top here screaming in my ears for some reason, man. I didn't mean to offend the guy from clicking on the video, but oh my God, the aggression, the strain in the man's voice, that, you can sense his pain. You can sense his, the words he's singing. He means it. He definitely means it. But then we got the clean guy that I definitely remember. I think he's the same guy. But I think I remember him being the drum man. Wasn't he the drum man from back in the day? I thought he was playing the drums as well as doing like the cleans, the chorus singing as well. I could be completely wrong about that, but I vaguely remember that he was doing the drums, but also singing as well. And then they had a mainstream kind of vocalist kind of doing the mainstream verse kind of thing. But it seems like we have a whole different lineup from what I remember from back in the day. We got the bass man doing the screams now. I don't remember seeing him at all, so maybe they got him over the past couple years or so, or they got him recently. I don't know, but what a switch up. We got the drum man being the main front man now. He's stepping up. He's doing the game. He's doing the cleans as the front man of the band now. So that I think they got replaced of a new drummer, it seems like, as well as other band members. I don't know. They could have replaced everybody. I don't know, but I'm not too sure about that. But all I know is the clean singer is the same. But wow, what a collection of genres this one was. What a mix and what a whole mashup of genres this was. Like I said, we had the thrash beats from the verses here. We had the classic metalcore choruses when that came around. We had the melodic kind of solo piece at the end there. But what the hell was at the end there? What was that? I was not expecting him to do a complete switch up of genres at the end there. We went full on doomy, full on deathcore, dissonant, chuggy vibe action. Deepest routes we could go for these guys. I feel like I don't know if they've done that before. They probably have. I just never heard them do that before. But if they have more stuff like that, if they have more deep sounding stuff when they just completely flip their heads, I want some more of that. Be sure to let me know down in the comments if you guys are a fan of these bands. I've been keeping up with these guys if they have any more, doomy sounding tracks like that, because that definitely surprised me. I definitely like that. I can definitely see myself becoming a fan again if they do some more stuff like that. But I like that, man. Definitely brought the aggression on this one, as well as a little bit of emotional piece when they're doing like the clean kind of like acoustic section to split off the two sections of the track there. But I like to see the new faces of the band. I like to see them be prominent in the video. I like to see them be more in your face, singing the songs. Because if it was just like a visual side of thing, when I was hearing all these like new stuff, it would kind of be like, what's going on here? I'll be even more confused because I wouldn't know who's singing, I wouldn't know who's screaming, I wouldn't know anything. But I could definitely say I'm super glad that I clicked on that video, because I was kind of like I was debating if I should have done it or should have not done it. But after checking it out, I'm super excited and super glad that I did. So let me know what you guys think. Be sure to let me know if you guys are new fans of this band, or you guys haven't took up some time off from these guys from back in the day and just coming back into them. Let me know the whole lineup story. Let me know the whole change up, the whole genre switch up. So whatever they're doing nowadays, because I feel like they mashed completely two different genres together in this one track, because I definitely was not expecting that huge impactful breakdown at the end there. But what a slapper. But I can still hear the reminiscent of their old school stuff in there. It's just a little bit flared up a little bit with a little bit more modern tones, a little bit more modern twist when it comes to the play style of things. But those screams though, those screams from the bass man there, just so impactful, so powerful. Just, oh my god, I don't think I've ever heard screams kind of like that before, especially the way he was doing it. Just like you felt like the man was in pain singing this track. Be like, calm down buddy, relax, it's just a song. But I don't know if that's what he normally sounds like, but you can definitely feel how raw and impactful those vocals are on this track. But either way, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, let me know if other tracks from these guys. Be sure to let me know of other more previous tracks that they came out with, or if they're coming out with a new album. Be sure to let me know down, and I might have to check that one out for you guys as well. So yeah, so be sure to hit that subscribe button, especially new here. Let's go through stick a bang on the channel. If you don't want us out on a single one, guarantee that, and I'll see you guys in the next one.